ladies. So recently I went to a seminar and it talked about meal prep and getting organized in your kitchen and doing all this other stuff. So I just had to sit down, make out like an extreme grocery list. We all know I don't grocery shop, so I did do my Walmart grocery pickup, but I did an extreme grocery list to plan meals for my family for the next 30 days. We're going to attempt to one, not buy no fast food unless like it's like something special or I'm like really extra busy. But if I meal prep correctly, like I was taught in this class, shout out to Lauren John. I'm really going to try to get her on the parental guidance show. But if I do this correctly, I will be able to plan these meals out for my family for the next 30 days, and it will be simple, and we will eat healthier, and we will have meals available to us. So I just came back, like I said, from my grocery haul. I'm going to clear off my counter area, and then I'm going to come back on so that you can see the prep and the work that goes into meal prep. So it's now like, I think 4 o'clock right now. We're going to see how long this takes. Now, Lauren said it usually takes her a couple hours, which I can see why. Like, I got groceries spread out everywhere. Thank you. There are groceries spread out everywhere. But if I do this correctly, then when I get home in the evening, it will cut down on the amount of time it takes me to produce a great and healthy meal for my family. So stay tuned. You're about to see a miracle take place. I'm meal prepping. Okay, so one of the biggest things I learned during Lauren's seminar was that I needed the right tools in order to be able to meal prep. Like, I needed to, y'all, I had to go get my relaxation clothes. But I needed the right tools to meal prep. And around my kitchen, like, my kitchen is not set up for me because we all know I have an affinity to cooking, but I'm going to do it. So I was like, oh, I need new Tupperware. Who doesn't need new Tupperware? Like, people use it, and but I needed Tupperware. I needed some Ziploc bags. I needed a potato peeler. I needed some wax paper. And I needed, it's called a bash and chop. Y'all, if y'all don't get anything else, if y'all already have this stuff and you don't have this, you are missing out. Laura, I did. This thing is amazing. I used hers while we were there for a demonstration. And when I say it chop, chop, chop everything so fast and it's sliced through smoothly. So I'm going to be using this as a part of my meal prep. So I have all my tools out here for me. I've dumped out all the groceries. I've laid out everything so I can see exactly what I have. And then we're going to get into some meal prepping. So before I put my meat away, before I put everything away, I'm going to see what I have. And then I'm going to divide it up using my tools and then start packing the stuff away. So give me just a second. Okay, so I'm about to get started dividing up my meat and packing it away. So I bought about, let's see, how much is this? 4, 5, 9.5. I bought about 15 pounds of ground beef because that's just what my family eats, and we seem to eat it. And if it comes in, don't judge us. That's just what they like. Nobody seems to like ground turkey. We're work in progress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide my ground beef in half using my little soft cutter here. So I'm going to divide it in half. And then I'm going to season it. So I'm going to season a part of it for meatloaf so that the flavoring can get all in there. I'm going to pack it in my Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to put it away like that. The other half I'm going to use and make burger patties. So I'm going to make the burger patties. I'm going to flatten them out, put wax paper in between them, and I'm going to pack them that way. Lauren taught us that if we do that, that way if somebody doesn't want a burger tonight, you can easily peel out peel them off the wax paper, and then you don't have to take and thaw everything out. You just thaw out what you need. So shout out. I really hope that Lauren does a YouTube channel or something. Y'all are just getting the minimum about what I know how to do, but I'm gonna hopefully take what she taught me and use it. You guys can use it. Shout out to Lauren once again, because that was some amazing. This is going to change my life. So I'm going to divide these up, and then I'm going to show you how I'm packing my meat away. Pay attention. Okay, so I started out with the 3 big things of ground beef. So each one was what, 4.5 pounds. So that's like what, 14 pounds of meat. And so I had to determine what we were going to have for dinner and plan it out. So I took her advice and I switched the burgers into burger patties and separated them with the wax paper. So I did that 2 times because people here really like burgers, and I label it burger so I would know what it is when I took it out. And then she has this method called the filing method. Y'all, I can't wait. Right now, Lauren is expecting, so she may not be on social media like she was, but when she is, y'all, I'm gonna have to recommend her. So she was like, put the meat in a plastic bag and flatten it out, and that way you could file it in your freezer and make more room. So what I did is I took the meat after I seasoned it and I flattened it all out. So here is enough meat for lasagna. Here is enough meat for spaghetti. Here is enough meat for tacos, and here is enough meat for meatloaf, with all the good stuff. I'm really excited to taste these because, oh, what we do know is that when you allow something to marinate and to smooth over, that voila, it pops with flavor. So I'm gonna take my time and put these in my freezer and see how this filing method works, to see if I will actually have some room in my freezer for other stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, so next up on our meal prepping agenda is chicken. So this family eats a lot of chicken. We do really low-key practical meals that I can throw together. So what I did is I bought a couple pounds of wingdings, and I know they already come in a big bag already sorted. You can just take a few out and thaw them. But again, we're going for flavor, we're going for convenience, we're going for stuff that's already done that I can just pull out of the freezer, unthaw while I'm at work during the day. As soon as I get home, pop it into the oven or pop it into my air fryer and get that done. So what I've done is I've taken all the chicken, separated it, and now I'm going to count out our portions. I'm a real big fan of portion sizes, because what happens here is I'll take out the whole bag, unthaw it, cook it, and then nobody will eat the leftovers of the chicken. So what I've done is for each person in the house, like for me, I know that I'll probably only eat 4 pieces. That's just me, probably because I done ate snack the whole time I've been cooking. But I know for me, that's what I will eat. I'll portion out for Anissa, she's smaller, and then for Jamil. So we'll portion it out so that everybody will get what I know that they've been known in the past to eat. And that way, that's all I cook, and we're not wasting food. I'm really trying to get us into not wasting food, because the fact of the matter is that we hardly eat any leftovers. And so we've been wasteful, and I don't want to be wasteful any longer. So I'm going to season this chicken, and then I'm going to portion it out, and then I'm going to get the bags as flat as I can. I'm sure they won't be as flat as I got the other bags, but as flat as I can so that I can fit them in the freezer nice and neatly. So let's get to seasoning this chicken. Okay, you guys, so I did the chicken. I'm going to show y'all that last because I didn't want to stand it up and risk. I was able to flatten the chicken out and fit it in there like a file, like so it let me extra room in my freezer. Right now, I'm about to finish up doing the other food. For stuff like shrimp that was in a bigger bag, I just left that be. And for like fish, I left that because we will just use that one time. Like I only bought enough for one meal for us. So that, I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited that I'm sorry guys. I'm super excited that I was able to fit all the stuff in my freezer. And now I'm started the process of cooking dinner for tonight. So we are having chicken. So I put it in the air fryer. This is my first time using it. It seems super pretty easy, super pretty cool. So we'll see how that comes out. But while that's going on, I'm going to finish up this other stuff so that I can show you guys the freezer at the end of it and how it's organized and how we have enough meals to hopefully, if it doesn't last us a full 30 days, at least 3 weeks. I'm almost 100% positive. Okay. All right. By the way, my after work outfit is brought to you by Target. I know it's like, my son's like, you walking around in long johns? Yes. 1, I probably would never wear these to bed, and 2, these are super comfortable for the project at hand. So shout out to Target. These were on sale. The top was $6 and the bottoms were $4. You can't beat that. So y'all know that's one of my favorite places, Target. Yes, it's Anissa's favorite store. So I'm going to finish organizing, and then I'll be back to talk to you in a moment. Okay, so while we're waiting for our air fried chicken, another thing that I learned on the retreat, this is all really about helping moms who are super busy, like condense you know, this part of their busyness. You know what I'm saying? You still get to take care of your family, but you get to do it in an organized way. So in the morning, breakfast here is whatever. The kids have cereal sometimes they have waffle. I normally have a smoothie, but then I'm hungry after that. So I was like, how can I get a healthy breakfast excuse me, quickly? So Lauren gave us a recipe for how to make a quiche with some eggs, and so I put all my ingredients in here. I have liquid egg, cheese, green peppers and red peppers in here, and I'm mixing it up in here because what I'm going to do is in the morning when I'm making my smoothie, I'm just going to start my skillet and I'm going to turn it into a little omelet, enough for one serving. So that will help me with meeting my diet goals and making sure that I get enough breakfast so that I'm not super hungry as soon as I get to work. So here, I'm going to let this mix up and set on here, and I'm going to scoop it into here and set these in the refrigerator so I can just grab them and dump them, and while I'm doing my smoothie, it could be cooking. So by the time I'm done with all my smoothie making process and my tea making process or coffee, whatever I'm going to have that day, this will be done and I can scoop it and put it on the plate and keep my morning going. So she turned it into a quiche. I'm going to turn it into some mini omelets and see how that goes. So that's another tip for you guys, and we're still waiting for that air fried chicken. This is my first time with the air fried chicken. I'm super excited to see how it turns out. I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright, so while we wait, we still continue to prep. So right now I got my 5-pound bag of potatoes, my potato peeler. Okay, it stopped. We're going to shake it, but my potatoes, my potato peeler, my 5-pound bags, and I'm cutting them up so that I can cut these potatoes up and store them and make fries instead of buying fries in the bag. Let's see how I do. Okay, you guys, it is done. I have meal prepped. I thought I was going to get more potatoes out of those 5 pounds, but you know, I gauged, so I have more potatoes just because not everything is fries, but I don't know, I thought I was going to get more out of that. But neither here nor there, it is done. So stay tuned for the pic of all of my food prep for at least the next 3 weeks, where I can just come in, or I can let it thaw out during the day, come in, pop it in the air fryer, pop it in the oven, and go and do something, come back, and it'll be done. It's seasoned, it smells so good. I can smell the flavor coming through the bag. So I'm super excited to have this done. We're gonna see how the next couple weeks go, next few weeks go, and let you know if it worked out for me. All in all, it took me about 2 hours to put all the groceries away, to prepare everything, and to put it in the freezer. So if you're like, oh my God, it took you all that time to do that, think about how long it takes you when you get home and you got to think about what you're having and all that stuff. This way, it's already done. I just grab a bag, defrost it, get the meal started, and boom, there's not too much thinking into it. If people complain, it's too bad. It's already been planned out. But that was just 2 hours. Time yourself this week and see how long it takes you to actually get dinner prepared when you get home, and then come back and tell me whether or not it was worth those 2 hours you spent preparing meals for the next few weeks. So I'm going to give you guys a picture of the finished freezer. I just have a regular refrigerator freezer. I don't have a deep freezer or anything, but I was able to pack all that goodness in here. So those are my tips. Go ahead, as soon as Lauren drops her bun in the oven, I'm going to see if she can come on and give us all some handy tips to help us ease our cooking issues and to make healthy, happy meals for everybody in our family. So stay tuned for the pic.